Welcome to the workshop. So I've received a request from a customer to build them a piece of fitness equipment, pull-up bar, that sort of thing. And we're going to do it today. We're going to do it out of industrial pipe, 3/4 inch if I'm not mistaken. So let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to have to do is clean all these parts. As you can see, let's get the light there. Still got all the stickers on them. Clean them off. Best to do this with a razor blade. Just be careful, don't cut yourself. That's just for aesthetics. I'll get around to cleaning all of them, and I'll catch you when we're back. Okay, so we're going to run through a list of all the parts and fittings now. Obviously I can't show you the name because we're not sponsored, and I don't want to get into a whole issue with YouTube. But all the fittings, I'm going to open them up now and give you a list of what we need to build this specific pull-up bar. Again, just use your razor, undo them all. You can stick them there. It's important to plan this ahead of time so that you actually know what you've got. Make sure everything is in place. And you've got enough of everything. Such a hit hassle having to keep going back to the store. I haven't bought enough of every specific fitting just to make it work. There will be some grinding involved, there will be some cutting involved just to make sure everything fits properly. Because it's ductile pipe and threads go in one direction, it doesn't always work that you can do full boxes and that sort of thing. However, if you do grind off the threads on one of them, it does slip inside and you can just weld it in place so it never comes out. Let me put everything together. Okay, so important for this build, you need a 45 elbow. It's not a full 90-degree bend. 45, two of them make a 90. There. Right. What is important? Also very important, and these are quite hard to find, are these flanges, 3/4 inch flanges. They are really difficult to find actually. Many of the places didn't have stock for a very long time, so I couldn't build more of these. The first prototype I built, version 1, that let me do a story time quickly. Version 1 had to date probably about 50,000 views on Pinterest, close on 40,000 likes. So people like the shape, people like the design. So what we are going to do is, I'm going to show you how to do this. We will have it available as a stock run product, and let's see if we can get more people into the industrial fitness game. So let's get back to the build. There we go. There we go. Okay, so start off with your flanges. I'm going to start with the back part, the main body of the pull-up bar. What you will need are these short threaded sections. If I can show you, they are 33 mils long. It's off, but I mean you can get an idea. 33 mils. What you want to do is thread those into your flange. Let's see. Let's get the other flange properly clean. Thread those into the flange. It's got all that space to still fill up. Gives you enough. If you hear any grunting, that would be Penny, the pig. Yes, I have a pig. That would be Penny coming to say hello. Okay, so you thread these in as far as they'll go. Unfortunately, this one's not going very far. And it helps to fiddle around a bit. Not all of these are cut equal. So some of them don't fit properly. It's one of those things. There we go. Now, follow that with a 45 elbow. There we go. That would give you, fitted to a wall, that would give you a 45 degree. Now here's the problem with a poorly made piece of plumbing fitting. It doesn't always work so that well. There we go. And these things just have to be hand tight. They don't need to be excessively tight. Right, now for a list of all the fittings, all the little pipe bits. You will need 6 of these 150 mil, what do they call them? Standpipes, 150 mil length. They're 3/4 inch. You will need 2 300 millimeter standpipes. Two 500 millimeter standpipes. And 2 900 millimeter standpipes, basically a meter. They come pre-cut, pre-threaded in 900. Right, so from here we will connect 2 of these 150 mil standpipes to your already threaded 45 degree elbow. My dog just having a bit of a heart attack outside. Nothing to worry about. To that we screw 2 T-fittings. Now this is important. You don't have to over tighten these as long as they face inwards. Like such. Because in between them we will be fitting a 900 length standpipe. The reason of which will be clear a bit later on when we connect all the parts. It's important to build this thing from one side. If you have all the big parts going together, you see now that is damaged. Let me just quickly sort that out. Use a metal file and just basically cut that groove open again so that the threads could take. Go. Let's see if they did the trick. And it did. Again, no need to over tighten with wrenches and all sorts of goodness. Simple hand tighten would work. Ultimately this thing gets fitted to a wall, and once it's up there and nothing's moving it. There we go. Everything's nice and level. Fits properly. There we go. Right, that part we can set aside for now, as we won't be using it immediately. Next up we're going to build the cross section. Now this is important. For this you will need the 150 mils. It helps to lay it out on the table like so, so you can get the general idea. This pig is causing havoc in the workshop. Okay. Now what we have here, your end caps, just the normal standard cap fitting, goes on each end of these. These will be your additional hand holds. But I made a mistake. I skipped a step. That is why we have these. These are 2-inch threaded nipples. They go in first. With a 45 on them. And that is where the extra standpipe attaches. Now you can use a wrench to tighten this up. I'm just going to do this hand tight because all these pipes need to be disassembled and painted. but you'll get the general idea now. So at the end of it, what you have left is something like that. That gives you a 45 grip, and that gives you a vertical grip. So the second one. This must be the weirdest sounding video on YouTube. The pig squeals and the dog barks and everything. Now you have to make sure these are opposite to each other, so that once connected they will fit like that. The next step, we'll connect another 900. Here we go. That would be your front grip, wide grips, fixed in place. Now we can set this one aside. The next bit is the difficult bit, is to connect these two together. That's going to take some work. I'm going to do the grinding off camera, and I'll be back with you soon. Okay, we are back. Now, the important bit here, I just figured out, you will not need to work to grind this. Fit this one to the flange. It's a nice tight fit. Get the camera to focus there. There we go, nice tight fit. These are 500, let's see, 500 in length. Now, the only problem with this is that not all flanges, not all pipes are created equal. Therefore, it's important to check your pipes ahead of time to make sure everything will fit. That's in pretty good. Let's get a wrench. Undo this puppy. If you mar the steel a bit, doesn't matter, you're going to paint it anyway. So it's slightly bigger so it'll go in deeper. Right. Now this is the important part. You have to get this lined up as best as possible. Even if it's just 2 or 3 turns, just to keep it in place. What this attaches to is your long bar. Let's put that over there. we go. And that one touches there. What you have, straighten out. So we just tighten everything to fit in place, straighten everything out, nice and neat. You have your bar that sits on the wall. There. The next bar, it also fits on the wall. Same width as the other one. Now needs these fittings. What this does, once fitted, is attach to the bottom of that bar. That gives it stability, that gives it rigidity. This bar, on the other hand, this specific one, is the ab bar. You can imagine it sitting flush on the wall. You have this distance away to grab on and do your ab exercises. That is what makes this bar unique compared to other pull-up bar systems. What you will have to do, however, because you cannot build a square and we don't want to grind it, is you will have to flatten these tips. And I'll show you how to do that now. We're going to do it on the anvil and just hammer them down flat. Cut them at a 45 degree to match the 45 degree at the back, so you basically have a cross section that fits up a 90 degree. I'll get back to you as soon as I have everything prepped on the anvil. Right, here we are at the anvil. Just a tip, safety first. Do as I say, don't do as I do. Don't wear flip-flops in the workshop. But ultimately, what we want to do here is we need to flatten that tip out so that it's flatter, so that it's easier to weld onto the main beam. So there we go. And because it's galvanized, we're not going to heat it. We don't have the fume extractor, so we're not going to
let's go already. Just want to get those cuts sorted.
There we go. Flat profile. That now gets cut at a 45 degree. So we have actually had to postpone this project for a couple of days, but we are back. We're going to finish it now. What I've done so far, I've set it up on the welding table. We have ground all the galvanizing off over there, cut the profiles to fit onto the main pipe. Nice 45 cut, fits perfectly, great stuff. Got it securely clamped onto the table so it's not going to move anywhere. And now I will quickly prep this, get this ready, and I'll bring you in for a close-up of the weld. Okay, I am running on the MacAfric TIG 200. It's a 200 amp DC inverter stick and TIG welder, and we're running at 105 amps. Let's see how this goes. Oh, and the green lens is just to protect the camera a bit. Tacked in place. Let's see if we can move this camera to the other one. Might not focus so well. There we go. Need a couple of tacks and we will be golden. We'll turn it on the side and do a proper weld. I hope you could see that through the viewfinder. Let me turn it to the side and I'll get back to you with the final welds. That's a good weld. Other side. It's ugly, but it's a solid weld. And put it down on the ground, see if I can work those other welds. Well, there you go. There you go. Next time you'll see this thing, it will be painted, it will be installed, and we'll show you what it looks like on the wall, ready to go for the client to use. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully we can bring you some more of these projects in future. Better camera work, better cameras. If you do like what you saw today, please feel free to check out our Patreon link. It should be in the description below. Yes, please feel free to support us. We do all sorts of interesting projects, and see you in the future.